That's right, everybody. It's 20 o'clock military time, and that means it's time for another Just Clams. That's right, everybody. We're here with another amazing episode of Just Clams, a food where we eat things that are not clams anymore because clams are out of season. Ha ha. All the clams dried up and died. It's pretty sad, but we're going to keep the name Just Clams so that we can remember those poor sacred heroes that died so that we could live. Now today I've got for you, in this great clamless world, I've been longing for something that has the same consistency as a clam. I just want that. I want that taste. I want the taste. The taste is gone forever, but I can substitute the taste for the texture. So that's why I have for you today the thing that I thought was closest to the texture of a clam. It is Wrigley's extra long-lasting flavor polar ice, 15 sticks, sugar-free gum. So yeah, overall, let's start by examining the outer packaging here. It came in like a little plastic wrap, but I ripped that off. And then also the package lies because it says 15 sticks, but I ate one, so it's 14 sticks. So minus some points there for not being able to tell that I already ate some. But yeah, it's a rectangular box. It's a little square, a rectangular prism, and so it's pretty thin, it's pretty small. It's something you can shove in your pocket or your purse or your backpack or your vehicle if you're going somewhere. And it's something you can just take with you, and you can whip it out and you can eat it at any time, just to make sure that you have the sustenance you need to continue doing things that you do. So once you crack this bad boy open, the opening mechanism on this is very simple. It says long-lasting flavor on it, but what you do is there's this flap, and you slide it out of the hole, and then the top pops up, and you've got some gum in there. See, you've got 14 sticks of yummy gum, one of which has already been opened because I tried to record this once and it did not go well. But yeah, let's pop right into the eating portion, shall we? I need to review this food in Just Clams. So here we have a shelled piece. It still has the shell on, so we're going to need to deshell it in order to get to that sweet inner meat. So basically what you do is you unfold and then you pop it open, and there's the meat. It's really simple. The meat is white in color, very similar to a clam, and it's got these little blue specks. I don't know if you can see the little blue specks. I think you can, but it looks like, for some reason, it reminds me of like toilet paper advertisements where they like absorb outrageously blue liquid into a white strip of cloth. So that's what I'm gonna eat. So here we go. The texture, by the way, before you put it in your mouth, is very much like it's like rubber, you know. You can bend it, you can fold it, you can squish it around, but it's probably not very fun because it's gonna get your hands a little sticky. I've got a little bit of sticky, dusty type stuff on my hands right now, as a matter of fact. I've also got some, I don't know if you can see that. Ladies and gentlemen, that is grease, or some type of lubricant. I was messing around with airplane tires today, and I got it on my hand. But anyway, so you pop this in your mouth. That's delicious. And right away, all these first few bites here, I'm getting just a polar blast. A polar blast. It says polar ice on here, but I'll have you know that the flavor should probably, or the packaging should probably say something more accurate, like polar blast, because right now in my mouth, it's freezing. If you were to go in there in the winter, if it was wintertime and you went in my mouth, you'd freeze. You'd freeze to death. I'll have you know right now, my mouth is a very frigid place, and you'd just freeze to death. But yeah, I mean, first couple chews here, it's very similar to clams, the texture. Just very chewy, very rubbery. Doesn't really have that clam flavor that we're all looking for in these clamless days, but like, it's gonna do ya. You're gonna be okay. So yeah, let's pop number 2 in our mouth here. And the de-shelling process is the same for every piece, for every single one. So we get the meat, and we have so much meaty meat in our mouth right now. You know, the whole family's gonna love this. The whole family's gonna love this. Grandma, she has no teeth, but it doesn't matter because this. I was about to swear. I'm sorry. Because this food item can be eaten without teeth because it's so squishy. And all you need is a good saliva box spitting out that juicy wetness, and that's all it's going to take. There's a suspicious figure behind my car. He's gone. All right. So let's get back into the review, shall we? The more you chomp on these, the more saliva that saliva box is going to be producing. And the more saliva box your saliva box is producing, the ratio of saliva to meat is going to be going down. So that means you need to keep feeding, okay? The key to eating gum is that you keep getting it, you keep getting it, you keep getting it. You got to keep that ratio. You got to keep the saliva gum ratio right on that line. You got to ride that line. You got to ride it, you got to ride it, you got to ride it. You can't let it do shit like that. No. You gotta keep riding that line. Oh my God. I am a saliva factory right now. Alright. Alright. Okay. Your mouth is gonna be so polar and wintry if you are eating Wrigley's extra long-lasting flavored polar ice gum. Because, I don't know, the engineers over at Wrigley's did a really good job when they were, you know, I'm pretty sure they had to have killed a few people when they were doing this because it is so cold in my mouth right now. But it's like, you know, just how you have to ride that line between saliva and meat. It's like my mouth is also riding a line between frostbite and not frostbite. So, excuse me, I revved my gas pedal on accident and I was getting so excited. Luckily I'm in park. But anyway, it's just, you got to ride that line between frostbite and not frostbite. So your mouth is as cold as possible without freezing, you know? Because giving customers frostbite on their tongue, that's just bad. That's just bad business. That's just a bad time. Nobody's going to buy your product if you're doing that. But if you're doing this, you've done something right. So if you know anybody named Wrigley, tell them to give me a call because I need to tell them that their clam substitute, something incredible. Anyway, we're down to the last 6 sticks. I've got quite a large wad of meat in my mouth right now, and I really like it. Let's get another one in there, just for kicks and giggles. Another benefit of eating Wrigley's extra long-lasting flavored polar ice, 15 sticks, sugar-free gum, is that the more you eat, the more your jaw has to work. And let me tell you, ladies love a man with a killer jaw. Okay? Let me tell you, I've got a lucky lady in my life. And I'm more the lucky one. She could do better. But, you know, when she sees my jaw, when she sees this jaw, when she sees that jaw, she says, "Lordy, what a jaw you have." That's actually how we met. I was at a, this is my go-to clam substitute nowadays. And clams was all I ate before the great clam shortage. So, I was at a supermarket, and I got a little hungry, and I pulled my trusty Wrigley's extra long-lasting flavored polar ice 15 sticks sugar-free gum out of my pocket and started eating. And she comes up to me and says, "My, what big jaw you have." And I say, Yes. And we've been really close ever since. You know, it was a really big bonding experience for us. All right. I think you'll find that the more meat you have in your mouth, the harder your jaw works, which makes you more attractive. Definitely makes you more attractive. And it's just good to have in case of emergency, you know? Let me tell you, people say the tongue is the strongest muscle in the body. It can lift the most weight. That's not true. It's the jaw. You want to know why? Because I chew gum. What are you looking for? What do you want from me? 3 more sticks, and this review will be over. How you feeling? You've been with me for 11 minutes and 47 seconds. That's a long time to be with one person. Alone in a car. My car. Just make sure you're not going anywhere. I think I'd like to address something real quick. I'd like to apologize for episode 3 of Just Clams, entitled No Clams. I was going through a hard time. Sometimes life gets you down, you know? And that clam shortage hit, I didn't know what to do with myself. I got lost. I went looking for clams and I couldn't find out where I was. Next thing I know, I was in the wilderness. Stealing. That's what a clam shortage will do to you. But hey, we're gonna get through this together, alright? I got help. Help myself. I'm strong. I'm big. I came out the other side. But you're weak. You're little. You need a big man to help you. And that's why I'm eating this last piece of gum. So I can be an inspiration that you need to get through your life. It's just us together. Forever. Just make sure this is locked. Yeah, okay. Oh man. My mouth is a polar vortex. Hey, you'd be real happy. Spitting all over myself. That's how my saliva to gum ratio is so balanced right now. Once you get the whole pack in your mouth, the ratio becomes so balanced that there's just nothing anybody can do. You know? Nothing. I think it's about time I scored this food item. It was about time I scored Wrigley's Extra long-lasting flavor polar ice. Overall, I would give this food product a 5 out of 7. Okay, you might be asking yourself, why? Why a 5 out of 7? Why not a 7 out of 7? Why not a 6 out of 7? That's because there's one big problem with eating this. You can't fucking swallow it. It's too big. You think that's going down my gullet? No. No. It's not gonna happen. So you can't swallow this. That's the main problem. At the end of the day, it might make your tummy rumbles go away for maybe 15 minutes or so, but at the end of the day, whoo, it's coming back. You know? All it's gonna do is take away the pain for a little bit. So, I hope I can take away your pain for a little bit. And try to blow a bubble. That's the most fun part. Once you get it all in there, you can blow some pretty big bubbles. Not working. I'm off my game today. Anyway, that's probably it. You're probably tired of this, aren't you? You don't want to be with me anymore. That's okay. I understand. Happens. I'll come back next time. I'll come back stronger. I'll come back harder. I'll come back faster. I'll come back better. You'll see me again. Won't be long. Just like it wasn't long since the last JustClams. But I'll be back. You'll see. I'll be back. You'll have to deal with it.